You give love a bad name. This is such an awesome electric guitar workout. It had to be on my list. Not only have we got a very easy guitar solo that is a great way to learn string bending, even if it's for the first time, but we also have a pretty straightforward and awesome riff. With some hinged harmonics, if we so choose, and I'll be talking about how to get those in a second. And we also have just general power chords. So this is so essential if you're wanting to learn an awesome kind of electric guitar piece. We have the tab available up here, along with a free backing track from freebackingtrack.com, which it's fantastic. You do have to make an account to get there, but I use them all the time for private lessons to be able to give my students some backing tracks to play along to. Absolutely essential that when you learn a solo such as this, that you learn it along to the record. And if you don't want to play, or if you can play it along to the original record, but it's even better if you can play it along to a backing track. So we need our third finger. Just a little bit of background actually. We are in the key of C, which is at 8th fret. And this is the C minor pentatonic scale. If you haven't covered that yet, Andy Guitar minor pentatonic scale. Give it a YouTube and you'll find it. Then we need to find this note, which is 3 notes up from the octave of the C. This one, and we're going to bend up straight away. Now with this bend, really important, we need our thumb over the top. We need our third finger at 8th fret. No, sorry, this is 10th fret. What am I talking about? 10th fret, okay? And we need to support our bend. So we're going to support it with the middle and the first finger. And we are pushing the fingers up, but that's more of as a result of the wrist moving up. So I'm really bending. You'll see my wrist pop up over the fretboard. You see my wrist now? You can't see it now. That's because my wrist is moving up like this. And it's more of a twisting motion. My fingers certainly aren't just pushing up, okay? And we want that string to sound like the next note of our minor pentatonic. Okay? And we need to push it up to around about 2 strings up. So this is the 3rd string. We need to push it up to the 4th and then almost to the 5th. Sorry about all the noise from my guitar, by the way, but you know, this is a pretty heavy rock song. That's what you need to practice. Okay? And then we unbend, but we do need to pick again. That's what we're going for. So 10, bent up to the sound of 12, unbend. Give it some vibrato if you want. The tab that I'm using that's available at andyguitar.co.uk has the V up next to the 10, which means vibrato. Give it a shaky shake. And then to 8. And then we do those same 3 notes again. So we have 1, 2, 3. Do 1, 2, 3 again. On that second time, it's best not to pick 10 again, I think. There's no real need to pick the unbend. The second time. And then we just finish it with 8, okay? And it's really, really good just to practice this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is more similar to the outro of the song where they go whoa, 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 whoa. Really important, get your bends in tune and go from there. Sticking true to the original record, we have on each repetition, or between 1 So if this is part 1, before part 2, which is almost the same thing again, we have that little join. And then we would play the bend again. But then we have a different lick, which is very tricky for beginners, but when you get it, it's easy. Now this is really, really similar to it. This basically is Are You Gonna Go My Way? Okay, almost the same. All you have to do is play that up at 12 and 14th fret, and you have Are You Gonna Go My Way? I can't wait to teach that one. That really is one of my favourite songs ever. But for this one, let me show you the whole thing in context and then we'll break it down. So we have already done 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've already done that. We're going to learn when you slow it down, it's easy. But what we need to do for that second repetition, just for the very last bit, is bend up, back down, flick off to the first finger. Pick, unbend, flick. So bend and pick, unbend, first finger needs to be already down, but you're already doing that because you're supporting your bend, aren't you? Remember we need to support the bend with all 3 fingers? Yeah, you'd forgotten, hadn't you? Okay. Unbend, flick to the first finger. Yeah, that's what we need, and that is how we can basically hammer on that last note as well. So we pick, unbend, flick, hammer. We only picked once. That's how you do it really fast. I'll talk about squealies in a second. Just having a lot of fun with this song, to be honest. I picked it and yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about it. I used to teach it all the time. So one recap and then we will look at that one, okay? From the top of this riff in 2, 3, 4. That's it. That happens twice. Let's do it one more time. Nice and slow and then we'll move on. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, actually on the second time, it just stops there. What am I thinking? Even easier. Second repetition. The second line of the tab. Optional. Squealy, which is where we pick the string, holding the pick so that there's barely any pick showing and you catch the string with your thumb as well. It does matter where you pick it. Hear the sound changing? It's a harmonic, basically. It's an upper harmonic, an upper tone of the actual note. I'll do a full lesson on it in the future. Let's move on to the verse riff. Just move the camera a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, so we have this little riff. It's at fret 1 and fret 3. I think most of you are going to really prefer to do it with first and little finger. Though if you want, you can sort of angle your hand more like this. More like you would play a C chord and play it that way. If your fingers are on an angle, the stretch will be okay. Okay, and we have 4 notes, really. well, 8 notes, let's be honest. Yeah, 8 notes that we need to memorize. 1, 2. So that's 3 to 3. First fret, and then back to 3. So on the tab, it looks like, let me turn this down a little bit. Down, boy. 3, 3, 1, 3. 3, 3, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. We need to do this with palm muting, so you need to have your hand here, rather than sounding like this. Right here on my Les Paul type guitar. Varies for where you have it. If you're too far this way, it'll sound too muted. If you're too far this way, it won't sound muted at all. There is a sweet spot. And that's where it is. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then okay. Now it's on the repetition, on the middle of the 2, where it goes back to 3. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we don't play it again, okay? And it's that last one. But if you want, you can do a squealy. The trick is with the pick. As I say, you hold the pick so that there's barely any pick showing, and you catch it with your thumb. The pick hits the string, and then immediately after that, your thumb catches it, almost at the same time. I'll get some better close-ups in a future video. It's really fun. So we have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now that, many of my private students find that the trickiest bit of this whole song, because it's just an unfamiliar pattern at first. You'll get familiar with it. However, if you'd prefer, what we can do is just chug at 8th fret, just to be able to jam along to the record straight away. So, an angel's smile is what you sell. You promised me heaven and put me through hell. And it's the rest of the song then, whoa, you're a loaded gun, is power chords. So you've got the lead line, power chords, and then you can work on this for the next couple of weeks, or the next couple of days, however long it takes you. Go easy on it. Follow the tab, which is on andyguitar.co.uk, and you will get there. So all of this, an angel's smile is what you sell. You promised me heaven and put me through hell. All right. It goes all the way through that until when passion's a prison, you can't break free. And then we have an F bar chord, but you could just play the F power chord. Whoa, you're a loaded gun. Okay, nice and easy for most people. Or if you want the easier power chord, just do that one. Okay, first and little finger. Whoa, you're a loaded gun. But even better, play the bar chord. Come on, you can do it. And then it would go back to the riff. Or there, whoa, you're a loaded gun. Flat first finger at 8th fret on string 2, 3, and 4. And if you've got a dive bomb on your guitar, which unfortunately none of my guitars have them, I'll have to get an 80s style guitar and get a Jackson or something. Well, that's how he does it, okay? But you can mimic that. Doing a drag down or something like that. And then we have a B flat power chord, so this is the F chord just down a string. Whoa, there's nowhere to run. If you've got nines on your guitar, which is what I really recommend, you know, thinner strings, these power chords will be easy for you. If you have very thick strings or your guitar is not set up well, these will be really tough. So you don't need a new guitar, you need your guitar setting up, or just put thinner strings on it to make sure the strings are at an optimal height to make these sorts of power chords easy peasy, my friends. Whoa, it's a B flat power chord. Then to the F. No one can save me, the damage is done. Okay, so that's B flat. Whoa, there's nowhere to run. F. No one can save me, the damage is done. Alright, and then we have the chorus, which is a sequence of power chords which would essentially go underneath. They are playing in the intro. Okay? And these power chords are 8th fret. Shut to the... you could play this at 3rd fret, but from knowing how the rest of the song goes, it's best to use 8 in my opinion. 8th fret power chord, that's a C. To 6. So that's shut to the heart, or through the heart actually, and you're to blame. That was 6, 6. Hang on, did I say 4 for that? Let me do that again. That's 8 to 4, so first finger at 4th fret. The rest of the fingers are always just in that same power chord shape. We're only interested in the first finger when it comes to power chords, because the rest follow with the same shape. 8th fret to 4th fret. 6, 6, 8. Again, that was shut through the heart, and you're to blame. Then 4, 6, and then down a string for 6, 6, 8. Let me do those one more time and then show you the trick. You need to memorize them first before the trick is relevant, you see. From 8th fret in 2, 3, 4. 8 to 4. 6, 6, 8. 4, 6. Down a string. Back to 8, which is the start point. Now, the tricky bit is definitely... Let me make sure you can see this. That bit's from root note at 6 on string 5 to root note on string 6 at 8th fret, okay, from here. Now if you can't get your first finger from there to there quick enough, there's not a lot I can do to help you. This is something that needs memorizing. However, we play 6-string power chords like this. If you play your root 5 power chord like this, so like the easier version, 1st to 3rd, it's much easier to go between them. Because the little finger isn't moving, okay, that little finger's staying there the whole time. 3rd finger comes off and the 1st finger just slips down the string. Eventually, yeah, you want to be able to just move everything down the string. And that will come, but until then, let me show you from, hang on, this angle. We need bad name. Especially for that change, I think that will really help. Let me show you the whole thing, just from this angle. I play my part and you play your game. You love a bad name. And when all of that's done, you give love 4 to 6 again, a bad name. Whoa, I love a squealy. Okay, and that is everything we're going to cover in this lesson, apart from something to do in the solo. Now, doing, you know, dive bombs, I can't do them on this guitar because it's a Les Paul. I have no tremolo. Tremolo-less. So what do we do in the chorus? Play the. What do we do in the solo? The main solo. What do we do in that bit? That wasn't accurate. It was just a version of it. We play power chords. Shot through the heart in your tooth. Okay? We're going to play power chords in that section. That's how we're going to get through it. And what we're going to do is play the entire chorus as normal. When we play the second time, we go 4 to 6 and then 3. And give it some palm muting. Okay? So the second repetition of the chorus was... Oh, the second repetition of this solo rhythm part, I guess I should say. 2, 3, 4. 3 is all we're adding to that bit. It does confuse people, but listen to the song, follow the tab, give it a go, and you will do it. Right, to finish this lesson, it's really important, I think, to realise that this solo, we can do it an octave higher. And this is in the next box shape up from your position 1, minor pentatonic. Minor pentatonic box shape 1. These 4 notes are repeated here. So this is 8, 10, 8, 10, 11, 13, 11, 13. On the middle 2 strings, and then on the finished 2 strings. So anything that you play here can also be played here. Really cool trick, and this area here, you know, we know this is box 1. And this little area here tends to be called the B.B. King box. Because when you hear the B.B. King solo, he tends to be playing there. So super, super handy to just have it once you've learned this solo. You may as well learn it, you know, learn how to play it on the thinnest 2 strings to learn it what we call an octave higher. Same notes, but a higher pitch. And so useful, and gets a bit more out of our minor pentatonic knowledge and lead guitar knowledge also.